Bringing up kids, it's an important job, and it's one that doesn't come with a salary. In fact, you'll be reaching into your own pockets for decades to come. But fear not, there are a few tried and tested ways to take some of the pressure off, at least in terms of your finances. Hi, I'm PJ from Rift, and in this video, we'll help you make better choices when saving for your kids, understand your options and their relative benefits, and also reach your saving goals faster and more easily. Here's what you need to know about saving money for your kids. If you're not a parent already, you've got a head start on getting your kids' financial future sorted, and you'd be wise to take advantage of that head start. According to Halifax, the average parents in the UK spend over £448 per month for each child they're raising. That's around £5,380 a year per kid, a decent chunk out of any household's budget. So, if you're not already used to saving long term and you one day want kids, start now. However, most of this video is focused on some of the financial products aimed at people who are already parents. One popular financial product aimed squarely at parents is the Junior Individual Savings Account, or Junior ISA. Junior ISAs allow you to deposit up to £9,000 per year if your child is under 18 and living in the UK. If more than this is put into a Junior ISA, the excess is held in a savings account in trust for the child. It cannot be returned to the donor. Like a normal ISA, the returns on these accounts are tax-free and you can choose between a cash or stocks and shares version. With a cash Junior ISA, your contributions are held in cash and any interest earned is non-taxable. The interest rates on a cash Junior ISA can be generous compared to a standard adult one, but keep in mind you're losing cash if your interest doesn't match the rate of inflation. With stocks and shares ISAs, on the other hand, your money gets invested. As markets rise and fall, they're generally seen as a little riskier than cash. However, as long as you're investing for the long term, it's likely the money will grow faster than it would in a junior cash ISA. As with a junior cash ISA, any returns you do make are non-taxable. Your child can take over control of the ISA from the age of 16, but won't be able to take anything out until they're 18. And just before we get into which one might be better for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. That way, you can stay up to date with the best ways to make your money go further. Because you're always better off with Rift. Your kid can only have one of each type. One stocks and shares Junior ISA, one cash Junior ISA. And that £9,000 pay-in limit we talked about counts across all ISAs. So, if your child has both, that's your limit across the two. As for which is better, it depends on what your plans are. It could be worth considering a stocks and shares Junior ISA if you're happy locking the cash away for 5 years or more. Generally speaking, longer investments like this can help you ride out any short-term jumpiness in the stock market. The younger your child is, the more likely it is you'll see a positive return when they reach 18. If your child is a bit older or you're worried about the risk level of stocks and shares, a cash ISA could be worth considering. Or maybe you'd like to even things out by having one of each. The choice is ultimately yours. So make sure you do your own research, and if you're still in doubt, speak to a financial advisor. Depending on the rules of the Junior ISA you've picked, there might be some strings attached about how you move money in or out of it. Some have a minimum monthly pay-in or restrictions on withdrawals. Keep an eye out for these when you're making a decision. If you think there's a chance your kid might need that money before they turn 18, you might be better off opening an easy access children's savings account instead. National Savings and Investments, or NS&I, is a government-owned bank that runs the premium bond scheme, among other things. When you buy premium bonds for your kids, you can start anywhere between £25 and £50,000. Your kids' grandparents can get in on the action too. Every month, there's a prize draw where every £1 bond you've got gives you a chance to win. When your child hits 16, the bonds can be turned over to them, along with any winnings the bonds have returned along the way. The winnings from premium bonds are tax-free no matter how much you get, with prizes varying from £25 to a massive £1 million. However, no matter how much you've got invested in the scheme, there's no guarantee that you'll win anything at all. NS&I say you're looking at an equivalent interest rate of 1.4%. However, that average takes in all the extremes, from the people who've won the full £1 million to those who've never won anything at all. And remember, if your winnings don't at least keep up with the effects of inflation devaluing your investment, you've still lost money in real terms. Yes, weirdly enough, it's possible to set up a pension for your children. Any parent or legal guardian can do this, with the pension automatically transferring to the child once they turn 18. After that, they can start paying into it themselves. Children's pensions are a pretty tax-efficient way to save for your kids' future. You can pump £2,880 into one every year, with the government topping it up by another 25% for a total of £3,600. In fact, you can put even more in, but you won't get any more government top-ups after you hit the £2,880 limit. Any growth in your children's pension is tax-free, which can see it shooting up in value pretty quickly. As with other kinds of pension, the money is still technically at risk as it's invested in markets. To bring in some hard numbers, let's say you've poured the maximum amount of £2,880 into your child's pension for 3 years running. That means you've put in £8,640 with the government topping it up to £10,800. Now, we'll assume the pension gets an average growth rate of 8% and your child leaves it sitting there for the next 50 years. By then, that pension pot could be sitting pretty at an impressive £582,000, and they can take 25% of that as a tax-free lump sum. Investing in the future of your family. We all want to protect our families, and saving for your children is one of the best ways of doing just that. The important thing is to arm yourself with enough knowledge to make the right decision. So make sure you subscribe to the Rift YouTube channel to stay up to date. You can also check out the link below for more helpful tips. Thanks for watching.